Some of our own BSEA field trials where we have tried some, the Sumagrow. We tried for corn, we tried for rice, cotton, peanut, and we have some results here. You see in cotton, in corn, you see the fullness of the corn. Everywhere you use the fullness. And another interesting observation is the brace roots. The brace roots are supposed to give more anchorage. But not only the anchorage, when you add the Sumagrow, the number of brace roots are more, and they try to penetrate the soil and then proliferate into roots, as a result of which there is a nutrient uptake from the soil and also from the atmosphere, the absorption of moisture, which helps under drought, which helps under the heavy and frost conditions. So these are all some of our photographs. And another one, what I should say is 100% fertilization. 100% fertilization because the appearance of the tassel and the silk stage are synchronized in such a way that the 100% fertilization takes place. Not only that, the pollen grains, because of the high bricks, the pollen density increases, and as a result of which the 100% fertilization you can observe. So most of the corns are full and with the increased bricks. You see the Sumagrow treated corn, it's a farmer's result, so they will be presenting it to you. And the more fertilization, that is what I told you about the pollen grains. It translates to 2,000 to 5,000 pollen grains produced for each silk of the ear shoot. That's why you see the completeness. And this is again another view, like the Sumagrow corn treated. This is treated with Sumagrow, and the other one is treated with untreated Sumagrow. You see, and here only I wanted to tell you about the tassel and the pollen densities, which results in 100% fertilization. Well, this is our own results, and this is on the corn total yield and then the bricks. We just compared the Sumagrow with 50% NPK and the 50% NPK and the 100% NPK and Sumagrow only. So it just it showed a distinct increase in yield as well as in bricks value. And this is very interesting to note that during the Hurricane Isaac, we raised rice plants, and when we just visited the rice, this was only a pot culture experiment. When we just visited, we saw the clouds of the stink bugs on the plants. More than each plant had about 20 like that, and on the fertilized plants. That is, the paddy treated with the conventional fertilizer NPK showed more incidence of the stink bugs, and that is once again, this is actually the photograph, and you see all the stink bugs. And then in the treated, there was very little infection. These are all just field trials. And again the peanut, it showed an increased yield and then increased breaks. And then you see here in peanut what we observed it with the conventional nitrogen, we did not see any rhizobial, the root nodules here, whereas with the Sumagrow, we had plenty of root nodules. This is because the plant doesn't need, because you are supplying the nitrogen. So the nitrogen is there. So it doesn't have to fix the atmospheric nitrogen. So as a result of which, some of our traditional practices like going for crop rotation, grow the leguminous crop and then follow it with the corn, that doesn't work. That doesn't work because there is no fixation of nitrogen. And this is also our results, what we got in 2011 in the field trials with the soybeans, and this is 2012 results in soybeans. These are all our own company's field experiments, because we had a field to conduct these experiments, and we got some results. And this is again a cotton trial. In cotton we had a very good yield, but this is not our photograph. This is our own, somebody else is going to give a testimonial in this one. You see the cotton here, with the Sumagrow treatment and then the nitrogen, just conventional fertilizers. And because we felt Chuck is the tallest person to show the growth of clover in our field with Sumagrow. And this is again the tomato in Chuck's field, and he applied the Sumagrow and the results. The fruit size, he says it's like 3 ounce, 2 to 3 ounce each fruit. And Sumagrow is really good for almost all the garden crops what we have tested, and this is just for your information. The observations I have taken, I am just projecting here, and this is something interesting. You see that with the conventional practice with the chemical fertilizers, look at the root system and the roots of I don't have the comparison, but the roots are really well spread and deep rooted. During this hurricane, we found many of these capsicum, these bell pepper plants, they latched down. That's because of the poor root system. And here we are because we are like daylilies, because he was he was really happy with his daylilies when he applied Sumagrow. So that's why he wanted a photograph with us. So that's the one. That's with the daylilies. This is something interesting where I have to tell you, and I will also show you a scientific basis why that Sumagrow treated tobacco plant